Hey guys, welcome back again to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. When we last left off, we finally finished Chie's and Yukiko's story. They were all pretty good. They all met certainly same sort of ending, and seems that each one that she finishes, it kind of adds to the ending in general. And so today we are going to go through Kanji's and Akihiko's. So then we can continue on and finishing off Teddy, Naoto, Mitsuru, and Aigus. And obviously our final character to be unlocked as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So yeah, let's go with the Kanji right when we left off, which we actually get to fight off immediately against Shadow Kanji.
I was getting nervous because you were running wild, thinking this was all a beautiful dream.
Look at that.
Good thing I found you. I have missed you so much, you know?
Yeah, I didn't miss you.
That's just your way of talking. I never forget it. This guy's definitely my shadow. I was expecting this to happen, but being face to face with him again is pretty tough anyway. He's my weakness. Stuff I want to ignore. The shadow keeps swinging his damn hips at me while I glare at him.
Oh, what a big meanie you are. Weren't you looking for me?
Yeah, to punch your stupid face in.
Oh dear. It looks like you still don't understand.
Understand what?
Why, you haven't changed one bit. That's why I've come out.
What's he saying? I haven't changed at all.
You realize that after what everyone said to you, people haven't forgotten about my side of you at all.
Kanji, keep it together! You can't let him trick you!
Shut up, you goddamn furball! No different than me.
That bastard only throws the folding chair he's holding right at Teddy. Teddy squeaks by with a dodge, but he ends up falling over himself and rolling down the floor. Hey, you know, I gotta swear my shadow looks different now than he did last year. But that ain't important now. What matter is, this is the guy behind everything. My weakness created this place.
You're the reason my senpai were acting so weird.
Oh, I don't know about that. They could have honestly been speaking their minds, you know.
No way in hell they'd...
That's what you want to believe. Once again, you're lying to yourself.
Lying to myself? Just like back then, huh? You like to sue? What a queer. Painting is so not you. But you're a guy who you don't act like a guy. Every time I heard that stuff, I tried harder not to be myself. Those were some bad days for me.
Enough of that. I don't want to lie to myself anymore. I want to be who I am.
Shadow looks at me and rages at me selfishly. Screw this. I ain't listening to anyone for this. I take a deep breath. I take a deep breath in and then push it out. I ball out my fist and pull my arm way back.
Are you going to hit me? Are you going to deny me again? That's right. People don't let go of their weaknesses. They can never really accept us.
My shadow's face gets the creepy giddiness. Too bad I ain't aiming for him. I bring back my fist as hard as I can at my right cheek.
Have you lost your mind? How could you hit yourself?
Man, that hurt. Of course it would. It's my fist, after all.
But thanks to that pain, I've snapped out of it. I want to run away from my own weakness. To just ignore that nastiness inside me. One punch is knocked all of those dumb oh my god. One punch has now knocked all those dumbass feelings out of me. I don't know why I had trouble saying that line. Sure, I'm seeing stars now, but it's no big deal. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I feel like my field of vision is wider. I face my shadow head on.
Too well that I'm weak.
Huh?
Last year's case. So clear, remember seeing my shadow for the first time. I knew there was a chicken inside me back then, but pretending there wasn't caused trouble for my senpai. Wasn't caused trouble. I don't think that's how you said, but pretending there wasn't caused. Okay. No, I read it wrong. It's but pretending there wasn't. I caused trouble for senpai. I think this is like a typo there. It's like there wasn't, but pretending there wasn't. It's not no, I think it's right. Right. I'm the problem here, reading it wrong. But pretending there wasn't caused trouble for senpai. If I just had a little more courage, then I could have made things easier on everyone. Anyway, I was pretty embarrassed at the time. I want to forget it ever happened. You know, focus on getting stronger. But things are a little different now.
I'm weak, but I met my senpai and they taught me something. Who cares what your weaknesses are? What's important is how you live with them. It'd be lame for me to repeat the same thing over and over, and I can't cause any more trouble for my senpai.
My senpai didn't care how pathetic I was then. They told me there was no need to force it, that I can just be myself. And now they're here to rescue me, even though I fell into a TV for the dumbest reason. Seriously, they're amazing people. I smack my fist in my palm and glare at my shadow. He's freaking out a little to see this. He's even backing up in fear.
If you're really me, you should already know. Fists never lie.
You better hurry up and get back inside me, goddammit. That sounded wrong, Kachi. Are you sure we're talking the same thing? It's okay. Alright.
Finally. Take this. No.
Yeah, it hurts, no game? It hurts me to do that type of combo. Ouch. Okay, never mind. I should have kept my mouth shut. Oh, wow. To be honest, I did not know. I didn't see how that happened, that last bit. I was kind of like, okay, am I dying? Alright.
Case closed.
No, my shadow defeated. This dumb Grand Prix should end too. I feel like I did something pretty good here. Yeah. Well, yeah, I did it.
What happened last time? Turned into my persona and...
Wait just a minute. A persona is just another form of a shadow, right? But I was just using my persona on my shadow. If there's a shadow there, you can't use your persona. So since I could, my shadow wasn't there. Or was it? Which is it? Ah, this makes no sense.
Push him far enough. No, I didn't make any mistakes. The power he drew from his bonds was just stronger.
Huh?
Huh?
There's something still missing to turn a persona back into a shadow.
Turn a persona back into a shadow? What the hell is he mumbling about? Is this really my shadow? Last year he looked kind of more, you know. Wait a sec, where'd he go? He was standing right there, now he's just gone. What's going on?
Disappear. There's a lot of fishy things about all this.
Well, if he's gone, at least he can't cause any more problems. Looks like we did it.
Well, I guess so anyway. I can still use my persona and everything, so that means I didn't lose. I shouldn't let it bother me.
Anyone, please answer me.
Kanji, that voice.
It's Rise. She's talking through her persona. Hey, can you hear me?
That feeling of someone's voice drilling right into my head is my friend Rise. She must be trying to contact us with her persona. Her persona works like a little different from ours. It lets her communicate with people and search for him. Anyway, I shout that I can hear her and to let her know I'm here. A second later, a familiar voice echoes in my head.
Angie and Teddy.
Guess you noticed me. Risa wasn't acting like herself over the PA system. But she sounds like she's in real trouble now. She's kind of desperate. It's not at all like the one coming over the loudspeakers. We don't usually talk much, but I've put my life in her hands before. Trust me, I know when she's been serious.
Something happened, right? Where are you now?
I'm in the announcement room, and
Rise? Rise! Answer me, damn it!
The announcement room. Miss President was headed there too. That place was dangerous after all.
Shadow that disappeared. You're telling me that it actually ran away? Is that thing still causing trouble in the announcement room? Damn it. Compared to last year, this one sure doesn't know when to quit. That's what's going on. I can't waste time here.
Kanji, wait for me. Don't leave me behind.
Teddy's yelling at me for some reason. It's like he's pretending there's one of those invisible walls right there. Well, sorry, dude. I got places to be.
I'm going on ahead.
I leave Teddy and run full speed towards the announcement room. I'm stuttering. God damn it, what's wrong with me? The invisible walls are still in my way, but I get to where I'm going eventually. I stop for a second and wonder what's going on in there, but I can't wait for too long. Well, this will be for nothing. I'm not one to sweat the details, anyways. Once I kick down the door like a boss, I can see Rise and Miss President, and that fake Teddy, that goddamn shadow bastard. I beat the crap out of him once, and he just comes back again wearing a new face.
you're late, you moron.
Quit whining. Hurry up and come over here.
I wave Rise over to my side, and she grabs Miss President's hand and gets behind me. Rise's persona is great for information and stuff, but she can't fight with it at all. I gotta make sure to protect her.
Student council president, right? You don't look so good. You okay?
It's not true. You keep saying weird things. Another nuisance. I've had enough of this, you know that?
Huh? This president's being weird, but the fake Teddy's acting weirder. Especially how he's talking. Where the usual Teddy's sense of humor go. Then I'm seriously lost here. But then Rise cuts in from beside me. Maybe she's sensing something I can't. She's better than anyone when it comes to this stuff.
Teddy is her shadow, and it's going berserk.
Her shadow? Not mine?
Where'd you get that idea? Sheesh.
Why's he yelling at me? As she knows what's going on, maybe she should let the rest of the class in on it. Rise grabs at her hair in frustration, and then points at Teddy.
That fake Teddy's the bad guy here, so all you have to do is beat him up.
All right, that's easy enough to understand.
Kinda sounded more like an order than an explanation, but I know I can trust Rise to have it together. Plus, beating the crap out of stuff is my job. I crack my knuckles.
So you are going to interfere. I don't have anything against you, you know. Isn't that right? Me.
Huh? Me? I should have a second thoughts, and then the fake Teddy snaps his fingers. Holy shit! How he snapped those stubby little fingers of his? Wait, that's not important. What's important is changing right here in front of me. We're gonna see Teddy transformation for, I think this is the 5th time.
I am a shadow. The true self.
Man, you look like you're ready for battle.
Now I understand what Rise was talking about. I wonder how the hell my shadow came back after I beat it, but I get it now. It's not my shadow this time, it's hers. The shadow's face looks like Miss President, but the body's totally mechanical. She yelps a little at seeing her own shadow. I don't blame her. It was tough seeing mine again, even though we crossed paths before.
Why so scared? What's wrong, me? Take a good look. Come on, don't look away. You can't hide from yourself forever.
Shadow laughs like an idiot at Miss President, crumpled on the ground and snaps her fingers again. Then, what the hell? What am I seeing? This time, and the shadow that changes. It's Miss President.
What's going on? No, don't look at me. I'm not like this.
The hell? A machine? No, a robot?
Miss President cries out and tries to hide it, but there's no hiding what she looks like now. Her legs and arms turn mechanical, just like the shadows. What does that mean?
Come on, take a closer look. That's her true form. She was deceiving herself. She really thinks she's a human, living a normal life at school. To reinforce her make-believe is real, she prevented herself from accessing any memories that could contradict that. She even sealed away her own name. That's not true! I'm human! Are you? Hurry up and remember. You're a weapon, a mere tool. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys. That's my name. Our name.
Labrys. Machine? Weapon? This goes non-human. And the shadow wasn't doing the usual funhouse mirror thing. That's really what Miss President looks like. Shadow keeps babbling on about stuff I cannot understand. But when she said weapon, was she talking about Miss President? Our weapon's supposed to be more like a pew-pew or kapow. Give kanji for fuck's sake. Well, she does look kind of like that now, but Miss President's different. When I first met her, she was a normal girl, just like all the others in my neighborhood. She's no different from anyone else.
Not my name.
Shit, I gotta stop spacing out.
Don't say any more.
Lucy noticed too and hurries over to the Miss President, but she's not gonna make it.
You're not me. Yes, that's right. I'm not you. I'm myself.
There we go. Now. Yep. Damn it! The shadow's going berserk. This cow monster thing came out from behind her. It's intense seeing this every time. Also notice the scenery changed too. Light coming in from behind the glass is so red it hurts my eyes. There's still a thing that looks like a furnace in the center and these dolls being tossed inside. What was that? All I know is something nasty. That thing reeks of danger. But even though I'm in a jam, I can't stop myself from smiling.
It's on me to protect everyone this time. Bring it!
There's a girl here who needs our help with her shadow coming out, and I got the power to fight it. The only difference from back then is you senpai's not here with us. The dude who solved all the mysteries in last year's case is in here now. Which means I can wait for him to save the day. I can't wait for him to save the day. If anyone's gonna stop this, it's gotta be me.
Are you gonna be okay? You don't have any backup.
Ah, come on. Don't look so worried.
Straight, I'll be okay. Just stay quiet and support me like usual.
I got this one. Slap my fist into my own shadow. I can sure as hell do this. I ain't been watching you senpai's work all this time for nothing. I took my stance in front of the gigantic cow.
Save you no matter what.
Alright, let's beat the crap out of things. Alright.
One side of his face. Eat this. Touch it. There. Eat this.
Look at that damage.
This'll hurt! Break it half! The hell?
There we go. Kanji's like Sangi from Street Fighter. It does so much damage by just grabbing.
Right, let's calm down.
All that's left is for her to accept it. Rise seems to be telling Miss President about shadows. I should let Rise handle it. They're both girls. I'm great at dealing with problems I can beat up, but sitting down and talking stuff over this isn't my thing. I'll just keep an eye on her shadow to make sure it doesn't go nuts again.
This can't be my body. You don't have to worry about that. Though it's easy to say so, huh? Anyway, let's calm down for a second, okay? Psst, Kanji, say something.
Me?
What am I supposed to tell her? I don't know any more about Miss President than she does. All that happened between us was her yelling at me. No, that's not gonna cut it. I'd be pretty lame to duck out of doing this because I'm not that good at it. Yeah, I make up my mind and crouch down in front of Miss President.
Nice weather we're having.
Kanji, for fuck's sake.
What are you being so stiff for?
Shut up. She's a student council president. I gotta, you know, just thought I should try to be more polite, damn it.
Reese and I yell at each other like usual. Ah, crap. Miss President is looking at us like we're crazy. Okay, I gotta get serious here. What should I say? Where do I start? It's confusing, but I try and think how to help.
Anyway, why don't you try talking to us? We'll listen to whatever you're saying.
That's right. Our shadows emerged when we came here for the first time. We went through the same pain as you. I think that should let us understand you at least a little bit. Talk!
The lever slowly starts talking about her life. How she was created as a weapon. And how she had to fight other units just like hers so they could run experiments. Seriously? Man, sounds like she was forced to kill her own friends. That's insane. Just way too cruel. Anyway, she says she was able to forget all that and be a student. But the shadow made her remember everything.
I want to stay human, but she won't let me. I want to forget the whole Labrys thing. I don't want to think about that anymore.
I see.
Miss President used a bunch of words I honestly didn't understand, and her story was hard to follow. But even then, something about what she said made me hurt as
You
I.
were doing your best, weren't you?
Huh?
I'll be honest. I just met you. There's no way I could know how painful this must have been for you. You really thought it through, huh?
I was just saying what I felt. But Miss President looks up at me like I just sprouted a third arm. Did I say something weird? I'm smart enough to be confident about stuff like this.
You say that you're a machine, but we know what you're talking about. I don't think there's any problem there. You're the same as us. You can feel pain and sadness just like us. The same. That's why you should go and accept the other you over there.
Risa helps Miss President to her feet. She stands up, but she still seems shaky. I gotta try one last thing. It's not like the right words are suddenly coming to me now. What would you, senpai, do in this situation? I try to think back, and then I remember.
Hey, isn't that girl there a part of you too? You gotta pay attention to her. If you don't, you'll always be in pain. I tell you that from experience. You gotta get your courage up, cause, you know, you're not alone anymore.
Miss President's expression changed when she hears that. For a second, I'm worried I might have said the wrong thing, but then again, maybe not. Cause she nods like she's determined. Looks like she got what I meant. She's alright now. Reese and I watch while she walks towards her shadow. RC. Do that.
Labris, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. That's my real name.
She says her name carefully and looks at us. Kind of like she did when I first met her. Or dignified than that, maybe. Shows she has accepted her weakness. The thing she didn't want to admit.
Kanji-kun? Rise-san? Thanks. Seems like I was forgetting things that I shouldn't have been. But now, I feel so light I could float away. It's like how scared I was before was just a bad dream.
Hey, no need to thank me. The really hard part was all you. Anyway, good thing no one was hurt.
Yeah, and I can finally call you by your name. Labris is such a cute name.
Come on, don't say that. It's not really true.
I slowly let her breath, listening to them talk about nothing. It's finally over.
Senpai and the others are all together. The invisible walls must be gone.
All right, I think we're done here for sure. So we should hurry and catch up with them.
Ritsu says to leave it to her and starts searching for the exit with her persona. She finds out that the lobby we used to use is up on the school's rooftop now. It shouldn't be in this world anymore, but then the school got created here. No surprise that lobby's back too. Looks like we'll be meeting up with our other friends here in this world. From what Rise told me, they're mostly all here. Jay Senpai, Yukiko Senpai, Yosuke Senpai, Teddy, you Senpai too. I'm kind of surprised to hear that even Nato's here. She says she was too busy with work to come along. Looks like everyone from the investigation team is here now.
Let's go, Labris.
Coming!
Labri hurries up next to me. And me and her and Rise all run together towards the roof. Yeah, the kanji is a shorter one. I go up top. I think it's like, hey, nice to meet you. We're the shadow ops and whatever. When we get to the roof, the others are already there. Where are the last ones? I feel kind of embarrassed that everyone welcoming us, but you senpai's here, and I haven't seen him in a while.
Long time no see. I totally did it this time.
Yeah, Rise told me. You did an excellent job.
It's pretty cool hearing that from him. The others seem okay too, same as usual. I was mostly on my own since coming here, so it's good to see everyone else from the investigation team.
It was really amazing. Kanji's speech to Labris was what saved her in the end.
Wow. If even Rise-chan's impressed, you must have really done a great job.
Nah. This is mostly stuff I learned from you guys.
Oh, that explains it. I knew it sounded too cool for you to come up with.
Come on, why'd she have to say that? While I'm sulking over that, Rise makes a quick round of introductions. For someone as complicated as Labris, Rise hands like a pro. Guess you'll learn that stuff in showbiz. All my senpai seem astonished by Labris for being a robot. But they don't make a big fuss over it. They just accept her for who she is. I could tell she was nervous about this, but I can see Labris slowly starting to relax. I wonder if that's what I was like when I was rescued. Can't even begin to explain how much my senpai being so casual with me helped after they see my weakness. These guys are the best, and I'm proud to be their friend. Well, this stuff with Labris is settled now, so it's my turn to make the things square. Stand up straight and face my senpai.
Everyone. Well, I wanted to tell you something.
What's the matter?
Jay Senpai, Yukiko Senpai, Yosuke Senpai, and Teddy about deep an apology towards the 4 I caused the most trouble for.
Really sorry my shadow put you through a big hassle again.
Huh? Wait, you still haven't figured it out?
Figured out what?
Who did you defeat just now?
Who did I defeat? What? My shadow was there, so was my shadow. Huh? Hang on, I'm confusing myself here. Let's see. I beat the crap out of my shadow, but he got away. Then I caught up with him and found out he didn't get away, and it was actually Lambert's shadow. And huh? Wait, what? While my brain is going in circles, I noticed something else weird. These three strange guys behind my senpai are watching us, smiling like the cat that ate the cannery.
To think that we were rescued by someone who had so little understanding of the situation.
Who are you? Man, it's Golden Week already. Ain't you hot, wearing fur like that?
Will you shut up for a second? We already understand what an idiot you are.
I mean, he is.
While you were gone, these people explained some things to us.
So you, senpai, tells us the truth behind the case that they discovered. A being Mitsuru Kurijo-san in the white coat, Akihiko Sanada-san in the red cape, and Aiga-san, who is a mech like Lapras. Seems like they're all part of the Kurijo group. Man, all three of these guys mean business. Man, I can't believe it's just kind of gone with it. Man, all three of these guys mean business. They're like all hardcore fighters who've seen a ton of combat all over the place. Seems like they've been fighting shadows for a while. They came here to find Lapras when she went missing. There's more to it than that, I guess. This all sounds too complicated for me. Point is, they came to take her back, but not to do anything bad to her. I wasn't too sure they meant what they said, but it looks like there's nothing to worry about. I can tell. There's something honest about those three that you only get from doing the right thing. That's all I need to know. I smile wide and give Lapras a tap on the shoulder since she looks worried.
So you do have someone who is waiting for you. That's cool.
Seriously, it seems like a dream. I can't believe everyone's being so nice to me. And I don't have to be locked up.
Lapras trails off. She seems pretty touched. I was worried she was gonna start crying, but nah. She just looks up again and smiles.
I can't thank you enough.
Huh? She just dropped dead. That seems kind of weird. I mean, I know she's a machine. Oh my god, sorry about that. Pops up in the middle dialogue. I mean, I know she's a machine, but I hope she's not broken or something. I get kind of worried about and start to look closer at her face when her mouth opens in this disturbing way.
What the? Did we forget something?
Did I forget my keys? Can't help answering her question, Barry, before I realized that voice isn't anything like her normal one. Who's saying that? It's Lambert's voice, but it sure doesn't sound like the way she talks. And to make it creepier, her expression is still frozen while her mouth starts laughing.
Is this the same communication system we use? Everyone, step away from Lapras.
Whoa!
Before I could say anything, Lapras takes the huge axe on her back and swings it down. He was way faster and stronger than before. This is the first time I really get the sense that she's not human. No, wait. Isn't the time to freak out?
Gain access. She is being hacked. It isn't coming from inside this facility.
You mean
know this?
outside the team?
This is just a little extra.
She's being hacked. What did you do to her, you bastard?
Well, you appear to be the perfect opponent for her. Let's have you fight friend against friend once more.
I don't get any of this at all, but Lapras brandishes her giant axe at me, still under someone's control. I gotta put a stop to this.
Snap out of it. You're just gonna let yourself get control like that? Show some backbone.
Whoa, damn it, this is bad. If I don't stay focused and barely dodge her moves.
No use. She can't hear us.
What the hell is this shit?
I seriously have to take her down. We finally got an understanding each other, and now I gotta fight her again. I just heard about how that thing made her suffer too. That goddamn bastard controlling her.
Quit forcing Lapras to fight. Just hang in there. I'll help you come to your senses.
Kanji is just soft-hearted. He's a goofball, but he has a good heart. Now we're gonna beat Lapras once more. Yeah, during this whole thing, it's gonna be a lot of Lapras here until I get to beat Akihiko's story. that's when we go with the rest of the characters that we haven't started. Kanji's so easy. I just grab.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Well, she is a
Labras isn't moving, but she's still talking. Hearing it makes me sick. Whoever it keeps talking about Labras like she's not even a person.
Show yourself, you freaking coward! Who the hell are you, anyways?
Ah, yes. I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in until the very end.
But you can stuff your goddamn thanks. But someone starts talking calmly before I get too mad. It's Mitsuru-san.
Labras's shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labras away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labras's persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
This time? You're planning something else then?
Who knows?
Hey, who the hell is this guy? Who does he think he is? So he's the one who threw Labras into a TV and made her shadow appear? He tried to make her kill her friends and things she hated most. And now the bastard won't even show himself. He's controlling her from outside. How big a piece of shit can this guy get?
Who do you think you are? Using her as a tool in your own crappy plans.
But she is a tool. Just a machine. What concern is it of yours?
The voice sounds annoyed when he answers me. Of course we're concerned about her. Try to answer it, but the voice keeps going all disgusting like I don't get his point.
Nothing's getting through. What kind of sick bastard is this?
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
The voice completely ignores us and suddenly cuts out. Labras crumbled to the ground like a toy that ran out of batteries. Aika then catches her, but she looks unconscious. I don't even know what to think of her.
Who's with that asshole?
Can't help but yell out. So frustrated with that goddamn voice doing whatever he wanted. We saved her. She was having a good time. So why put her through all that?
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. You shouldn't get involved any further in this case. We'll handle things from here.
Hey, wait a second. Are you telling us to back off from this?
I understand how you feel, but we will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Please trust us and allow us to handle this. You must hurry home.
Does she seriously think we're gonna back down just like that? I'm about to give Mitsuru-san a piece of my mind when Senpai stops me.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh? Are you serious?
He's okay with that? That's not cool, man. I was just about to say so, but I stop myself when I catch you Senpai's eye. I see then that he's not backing down. Yeah, he's not the type of guy to let the thing slide. I know better than anyone that he wouldn't let something like this go unfinished.
Senpai calls the shots. Just do like they ask and go home.
Kanji-kun?
No use getting pissed at them. I'm not the bad guys here.
What an unexpectedly mature thing to say! Are you an imposter?
Shut up. Don't make me muss your fur again.
I'm sure Senpai has something up his sleeve. I'll just stay quiet and trust in him. That's what a man would do. Looks like Yosuke Senpai's with me too. He's probably figured out the same thing. All the others eventually calm down. And we follow Mitsuru-san and her folks out of the TV world. Alright. We exit the TV and stand in the usual Junette's department. Mitsuru-san thanks us again and they leave in a hurry. Are they gonna walk through town dressed like that? Damn, those guys have some seriously thick skin. Me though, I know it's lame, but everything catches up to me and I sink down on the spot. Though it seems like everyone's exhausted from going back into the TV world for the first time in a while, so the investigation team splits up. For now, I guess the case is over. Alright.
Ow! Damn it, my entire body hurts.
Even after a good night's rest, my muscles were still aching like hell. Now that I think about it, I was there for more than a whole night this time. Damn, I guess I should get in better shape. But even with all the pain, I can't stay in bed. I forced myself to get up and jog to where we agreed to meet. Where was it again? Wait, never mind, I got it.
Gotta be that.
A ridiculously long, shiny black limo. It's fine for Mitsuru-san's people, but it sticks out pretty bad in our little town. That's gotta be it. It's so obvious. It'd be pretty damn surprised if it belonged to anyone in Inaba. When I get there, my senpai are already standing around. Labris is there too, and she looks at me. She smiles when she sees I'm here.
Thanks for coming. I wanted to give everyone a proper goodbye.
You really are leaving. You could just attend the real Yasogami High, you know?
That sounds great, but I can't. There's something I want to take care of now. I want to help Mitsuru-san and the others find whoever did this and catch him. No matter what, I gotta make things square.
That sure sounds like something Kanji-kun would say. Are you sure he didn't rub off on you?
Just somebody's joking around, but it seems like Labris really does want to make things square. Huh. Am I really rubbing off on her? Nah. It just shows that Labris is someone who sees things through. I mean, even when she thought she was the student council president, she had balls. Telling me off as soon as we met. Look at her, smiling cheerfully. Now that's what I like to see.
Labris, it's almost time.
Alright. Well then, goodbye everyone.
Ah, come on. Just when she was starting to crack, looks like we're back to square one again. So the Mitsuru-san said that, her face clouded over, and the moment was ruined. Even Rise, who finally stopped complaining, seemed like she was ready to cry. Jeez. Guess I should step in one last time. I call out to Labris as she's reaching for the limousine door.
You do things.
Huh?
I mean, think about how savvy she was being earlier. Give a proper goodbye. How about that? Rambling on ain't my thing, and I don't know if what I say is gonna get through her. So I just put on a big smile and said it as loud and simple as I can.
Say, see ya. Not some formal crap.
Labris looked at me with wide eyes. Wait, damn it! Why is she tearing up even more? Started to panic at Labris' laugh, even through her tears.
See ya.
Nah. See, even I can do it right sometimes. Everything carrying Labris slowly speeds up. Labris leaves with a big old smile. After we set Labris off, Yosuke-senpai suggested we have the welcome party we'd been putting off. That was our original plan after all. Kinda wanted to delay it a little longer since I'm still not done with Senpai's present. But he dropped a hell of a bombshell at the party. What did he say? Well, what else? The investigation team's getting back in action. We're gonna keep following this case. It's not our style to get dragged into something and then sit back and wait for someone else to solve it. And if my buddy says he's gonna keep investigating, then I'm not I'm not letting him do it alone. This Golden Week's far from over. We're gonna have tons of fun before the holiday ends. I head home after saying goodbye to my senpai. I'm all jazzed up now.
Kanji, can you come out for a moment?
Coming, Mom!
Put the crochet hook down and go to see my mom. Just finishing up using senpai's present. I got some time to help out, but once I get done with this, I should make another one. Meeting Lapras kind of inspires me. How about instead of making a stuffed animal, I need a stuffed robot?
I need you to tend to the store while I go do some shopping. I'm expecting a package, so make sure you sign for it when it comes.
Yeah, fine. I'll take care of it.
I head on out the store. Kanji. Oh my god, look at all the stuffed animals he's got there. We actually get to see that. Kanji, you're doing absolutely fine. You're doing absolutely great. On the way, I happened to glance at one of the merchandise shelves. It's for the stuffed animals I knitted. I asked my mom to put them up in the shop a while ago. They seem pretty popular. I should add a few soon. Guess that means I'll have to hurry up with the stuffed robot.
What are you staring at them for? Don't worry, they're all as adorable as ever.
I wasn't staring. Sheesh. Stop making things up.
Honestly, even though I asked her to do this, I'm still uneasy about seeing the hobby I hid for so long out on display in a shop like this. It wasn't that long ago I was still hiding it, but people's reaction to it haven't been that bad. Sometimes they even sell out. But no matter how much people like him, I guess I still was kind of ashamed of my hobby. That's when I realized during this case, I talk big to Lapras, but I gotta change that too. I want to get to it where I won't freak out even if my shadow comes out or people talk about me. Even that much is gonna be a lifelong fight. So I'm taking it one step at a time. I want to be able to send these guys off with pride.
I'll be going then. Try not to glare at the customers, okay?
I won't. Hurry up and leave.
See my mom off and put on the Tatsumi Textiles apron. Oh, fired up!
Let's do this.
The gaze ain't over yet, you know. The gaze ain't over yet. Oh my god. I didn't even make dialogues up. The gaze ain't over yet, I know. But I gotta do what I can. I'll start by rearranging the mascots on the shelf to make them look as cute as possible. You're doing pretty good, Kanji. Alright. So, Akihiko Sanada is ready and up next. Alright. Akihiko. Continue from cliffhanger. So this is what the moment we kind of gone in.
Why did it have to be now? Who the hell are you?
We've come to take you in. Would it clear things up if I mentioned the name Kirijo?
One of Lapras looks at me and yells in rage, but the other one recoils in horror.
No! I'll never go back there!
Crap! She ran off.
Damn it, get back here!
Ah, yeah, this is like, I think like connects to Chie, I think? Yeah. Yeah, well, the Akihiko-san kind of connects with Chie's story, but this time it's kind of like more from his point of view. The other one dashes after the first one. I immediately try to pursue them, but
Hey, wait a second! Who are you?
the remaining girl in the green warm-up jacket stops me. If I recall correctly, she was the female student introduced as a carnivore in that
I need to
commercial.
go after them. You're better off forgetting what you just saw.
Wait! You can't just...
She appears to be uninjured, and I can't lose time dealing with her. I ignore her and book it after Lapras.
Hold it right there, Buster!
A voice.
She caught up to me through my through my running. She caught up to me though I'm running at a full sprint. Huh. She must be quite an exceptional athlete. I can't drag her into this. This is my duty. My God. Give me a second. Kind of like my insides are kind of like reacting for some reason. Give me a sec. Should I run even harder? That might cost me to redline my heart rate, and that would deaden my legs for any upcoming fights. Or should I just convince her to leave? Fortunately, it seems that both of those options have been taken off the table now. I rub my fist where there is nothingness, resistance, another invisible wall. Looks like this is the enemy's way of buying time. Sure enough, the female student catches up to me. She confronts me as she tries to regain her breath.
You're gonna tell me what's going on.
So she wants an explanation. There's no harm in telling her what's going on since her friends are already caught up in this mess. There's no need for them to learn details about it. If they just return to the real world, they can get out while keeping relatively normal lives.
What would that do you?
What?
I'm here on a certain mission. You could even call it a duty. My resolution is nothing like yours, based on curiosity.
A duty?
I hit the invisible wall.
That ridiculous Grand Prix is still going on.
What? Wait, you mean...
The girl hurriedly reaches around at the space behind her. So I expected her hand hits an invisible wall as well. The wall didn't exist when I first passed through the area.
We're trapped. So, like, do we...
That's what you get for coming after me so recklessly. The rule that one opponent must be defeated is still in effect.
She may be a girl and a student, but I don't intend to go easy on anyone as long as I have a mission to complete. At least the aura that instantly silenced so-called tough guys all around the world. I was hoping that she would quietly back down before I had to go this far. But even though my aura dampened this girl's resolve a bit, she didn't even take a step back.
Alright, I accept.
Huh. Why are you willing to go to such lengths to catch up to Labris?
I don't know why. I just know that she was in pain. I don't know if my reasons are better or worse than yours, but I can't turn my back on her.
Foolish words of a child. But there's a fire in her eyes that makes up for her lack of reason. I gotta say, I prefer that far more than wasting time with needless chatter. She's definitely piqued my interest a bit.
Right. To answer your question, what you saw was the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labris. She was given a heart so she could use a persona.
A weapon? Then she really is a robot. But she's so cute. And she even sounds like a normal girl.
She has a perplexed look on her face. Even though she's already seen those mechanical arms and legs, it must be hard to believe that a robot could be that
So
lifelike.
that's what her last memories were about. And since she has a heart, she has a shadow too.
She has a shadow? Do you mean the thing where there's 2 of her?
The girl does her best to explain the structure of the TV world to me. The world inside the TV apparently mirrors the feelings of those who enter it, and its appearances changes accordingly. She tells me that this fake school was most likely created from Miss President's Labris psyche. She also explains that the repressed inner thoughts within oneself separate inside the TV world to become a shadow, and that those shadows try to kill their originators and replace them.
I get it now. The mastermind behind all this isn't Labris, but her shadow.
I think that's it anyway. But I wonder what's with this tournament. What could she have wished for to make this happen?
I have some suspicions about that. Labris may have been forced to do some inhumane things while she was in development. Her original circumstances may be related to the setup of this Grand Prix.
The girl goes pale upon hearing my words. Such a tale would be unimaginable for those living ordinary lives.
This tournament is a reenactment of what Labrys went through in her past?
Mitsuru doesn't know that for sure. If there's anyone who can claim to, it would be Labrys herself.
That's all I can tell you. If you still want to search for her, you'll have to defeat me to move on. What'll it be?
The girl holds her tongue for a moment, but it isn't because of her fear of her or hesitation. I could tell from the look in her face. She made up her mind.
Labrys wished to make us go through what she went through. That means she wanted to be understood. She wanted someone to save her.
That's just your guess, though.
But if it's possible I'm right, then I can't abandon her. That's why I won't go back until I've saved her. Her heart is worth fighting for.
Save, huh? Her eyes tells me that she completely believes what she's saying.
What's your name? Mine's Akihiko Sanada.
I'm Chie Satonaka, a third year at Yasogami High.
I like the fire in your eyes. Then let's fight and see whose passion comes out on top.
All right. It should be simple. See if I can remember a bit of his combo. You know, playing with so many characters, you know, it already comes in the moment. Counter. Oh. Damn it. Alright. Alright, you asked for it. We're at a limit. Alright.
Looks like I win.
Ah, damn it, this sucks. I lost. Oh well.
Chie is smiling brightly.
Hey, Chie, you don't get to go search for Labrys like you wanted and you're laughing?
Well, I figured either way you'd save her. Labrys, I mean.
I can't resist cracking a little smile at Chie's words. She seems naive, but she saw right through me. I guess she's sharper than she looks. One of my mission prioritized was to limit collateral damage. To achieve that, I thought that destroying Labrys might be my only option. But now that plan was been scuttled. My current plan is to save Labrys and protect her. If I'm able to succeed at that, all dangers to the surrounding area will be prevented. I'll commit myself to this plan from now on.
Can I ask you to give her a message? Please tell her I said I was sorry for saying such cruel things and doubting her. Let her know I really want to talk with her when this is all over. Anyway, just tell her I apologized.
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Chie's words are clumsy as ever. But what she lacks is speaking ability and vocabulary. She makes up for it with her motions.
Thank you, Chie.
Huh?
On my way here, I was told that my strength was fake. That I was just immersing myself in training to escape my fear of losing others. That I was just sticking my head in the sand. And that was true. The reason I'm so hard on myself is because I'm scared. That might be a weakness of mine. But watching you made me realize it's okay to be like that. No, I don't want to lose anyone again. Ever. But that's how I can become stronger. Sheer raw strength is pointless. Getting the ability to see your deepest wishes through is true strength.
That's a little abstract, but I guess it's a compliment, though I still feel a little embarrassed about it.
Can't help but smile as well. After vowing to save Labrys, I leave Chie an attempt to make a good on my promises.
Wait here for me. I'll bring Labrys back, no matter what.
Several of the things that happened during my recent training and the things happening in this world start to remind me of each other. An old acquaintance's face flashes into my mind. Someone who took care of me. Someone I haven't seen in a while. Kurosawa-san. I've heard that he'd been promoted to detective, but I haven't been able to personally congratulate him for that yet. There's another place that I need to go visit.
Once this is all over, I should go see him too.
After being forced to travel a circuitous path, I was eventually led back to the very room I was in a few minutes ago, an Aspen room. I pushed the door ajar and find Labras inside. But is she the real one or the shadow? When Labras sees me, she seems generally frightened.
You again? You came all this way after me?
Her reaction and the color of her eyes, this didn't match any of the characteristics she had told me shadows would possess. Since this is truly the real one, looks like she was still safe. Before she denies her shadow, I must take her into custody at once.
I won't let you get hurt.
I take a step forward and hold out my hand, but Labras backs away terrified and keeps her distance.
Never going back there. I never want to get put through that again. I'm gonna run away. Just you watch me.
And where will you go? Is that how you're gonna solve everything? You won't even listen, huh? Fine. I didn't think anything I said would be enough to earn your trust. So come at me with everything you've got. I'll accept you for who you are.
Shadow will try and replace its originator. If I lose Labras, I won't be able to fulfill my duty. Is my strength enough to grant my wish? Something told me that the results of my training were about to get their first real test. So we're gonna fight Labras 3 times? I feel like there's a lot of combat here for Akihiko. Alright, let's get right into it.
Finally.
Wait, what did I do? Uh-oh. That was a nice dodge. You know, after playing like a while with Akihiko, I'm starting to actually understand him, and I actually kind of like playing him.
Why won't anyone understand?
She finally stopped moving, but Labras' expression tells me that she's not all there right now. I wonder if I can get through to her now. Just as I'm about to speak, only sensed the wind for a moment. An undetected ambush from behind. Giant axe spun at such high speed that it looks like a circular blade to the naked eye. No matter what part of that axe hits my head, it'll decapitate me for sure. But I'll not let it hit me then.
Oh, that's a pretty dangerous looking electric fan you've got there.
The shadow glowers at me with an expression of pure hatred. The murderous intent she shows is like any of the petty thugs I've faced, howling with rage as they try to land a punch. I'm in her head now. Looks like the real showdown's finally arrived. Having squared her chance at an ambush, the shadow angrily prepares her next move. Labras also sees the shadow and lets out a shocked yelp.
Please stop! This ain't what I wanted!
Hey, calm down. This is your shadow. It's you, isn't it?
Shadows form from the repressed parts of yourself. That's what Chie told me, but even after hearing the truth, Labra continues to shake her head and deny it.
What good will accepting it? If I accept it, then I'm just...
That's right. There's no way he'd understand. The Kirijo group created you as a tool. Of course, that's the only way they can think of you.
My words will not reach Labras while she's like this. The Shadow's cruel words have a tight grip on her heart. It isn't easy to support someone whose weakness has filled them with doubts and taken over their heart. I decided to listen to what the Shadow has to say. This way I can understand the weakness that Labras is harboring.
Not that you're any better. You didn't hesitate at all to attack him. It just shows your true colors. You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. That ain't true! But it was no use. They didn't understand and kept getting in your way. It's alright though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Stop it! That's all a lie. You're not me.
Shadow displays a satisfied smirk. She's waiting for the words of denial. It would be easier to just stop Labras from saying those words, but it would be meaningless for me to do so. I keep my gaze on Labras as she speaks the words of denial with finality.
Yes, that's right. I'm not you. I'm myself.
And obviously with that, we kind of see her transformation. I already see the world turn to red, which I gave us kind of an opinion.
I won't let you or anyone else get in my way.
Stand before the Shadow, who is laughing, singing, and surging with newfound power. Her power is actually quite impressive, but I know there's no need for me to fear it. This is where the real battle begins.
You really think I'm gonna make it that easy?
The Shadow contorts her face. Those were the same words that the Shadow threw at me before, after all.
You wouldn't be destroyed that badly? Then I'll save her for later and crush you now.
I swore I'd protect Labras. And I'm not gonna lose what I'm protecting ever again. Now, come get me.
Shut up, Kirijo dog.
All right.
Finally. Fight!
Uh-oh. Oh. No. Oh, I dodged. Oh my god. That was scary. I thought I didn't dodge there. Okay, that was cool. I was trying to do the parry, but it seems that I have to be like very specific in order to trigger it at the moment that it is attacking. So Or to Solinx in the shadow, I stand before Labras, but she casts her eyes down sadly.
What's with that face? Stand up and look at me. I have a message for you from Chie.
Huh?
She wanted to apologize for doubting you and hurting your feelings. She was really sorry about what she said. She wanted to tell you herself, too. She was so determined to save your heart that she threw everything she had at me.
Chie-san said that?
Also, Mitsuru, the girl in charge of the Kirijo group, learned what happened to you and was mortified to hear of it. Do you still think no one understands? That your pain is unique to you?
I never thought of things like that. I never imagined anyone understood me, but that's...
I'm a machine, though. I'm not human. Labras mutters and casts her eyes down again.
I don't know anymore. What am I supposed to believe?
You're human, so you must have the answer. Labras gazed up at me expectantly. It's true that I have something to believe in, but I don't just have something to believe in simply because I'm human. Plenty of people walk the earth with nothing to believe. I had to find it and grab hold of it myself. Indeed, I found it only after facing down my own weakness.
I don't know much about how you suffered in the past, or how many times your heart was broken. But don't give up. Believe in yourself and keep standing up to the world. No matter how many times you fail, some things you have to grasp for yourself.
Labras looks up. This time she finally looks me in the eye.
Myself?
That's right. If there's something you really want, fight for it. You'll never get it by running away. What's your strongest desire?
Labras falls silent. I don't prod her for an answer. I can't rush things. We can't rush this. This is something one must find by facing down themselves, searching their heart for the answer, and making it to take form on their own. I can't help her find her way. If she doesn't find it on her own, it will be meaningless. Labras places her hand to her chest. She then closes her eyes and loses herself deep in thought. Eventually, she opens her eyes again and looks at me.
I want people to understand how I feel.
Then there's someone you need to tell that to. And that's yourself over there.
When I point over the shadow that's fallen silent, Labras inhales sharply. Labras' shadow is a part of herself that she just denied. But because she denied that part, she must also realize that there's a question she needs to answer. Why did I deny myself? I'm sure Labras has found the answer already.
I get it. That's what you've been saying this whole time. In your own way. Yeah. I understand now.
After making this momentous realization, Labras stands up of her own will and faces her shadow. The awful part of herself that she denied. We skip that because we've seen that.
So this is the other me.
It's not easy accepting yourself, but you managed to get past that. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Labras' reply is slightly embarrassed yet proud. It's the exact combination of emotion I was hoping
We
to
should
see.
get going. You have some things you want to tell Chie too, right?
As we leave the announcement room, Zero contacts me. Once the shadow disappeared, all the interference it was creating went with it. The jamming, the visible walls, all gone. I began escorting Labras back to the real world. There's still one last thing we need to do, though. I'll follow Mitsuru's directions and reach the specified location. A number of people have already gathered. I noticed Teddy, Kanji, Chi, and the others I had seen in the P1 commercial as well.
Oh, phew! You're okay, Miss President. Or should I call you Labras?
Chie-san.
In contrast to Chie's enthusiasm, Labras looks towards me as if she's unsure about how to feel about everything. Before I can nudge Labras over towards Chie rushes over and takes Labras' hand. She smiles brightly after she confirms that Labras is alright. Labras cannot resist the infectious air of happiness and breaks into a smile of her own.
Hello, sorry, who are you?
I'm liking that look you've got going on. It's like you just single-handedly saved the world from an evil army.
Yosuke, don't be so rude.
Jiro turns towards me and bows energetically.
Akihiko-san, thank you for saving Lapras.
No need to thank me. I just delivered the message you left me with.
Don't you have some people you want to introduce Lapras to? After being prompted, Chie dashes off, tugging Lapras by her hand towards her friends. The people waiting to greet them are everyday students. But none of them seem to be all that concerned about the fact that Lapras is an android. In fact, it seems like they're welcoming her into the group with big smiles. Looks like they're a pretty open-minded bunch. As I'm watching them, I join by some familiar faces.
Are you alright, Akihiko?
Raise my hand as I respond to her. That's enough for Mitsuru to understand the situation and smile. Aiki stands next to me and gazes at the group of people gathered around Chie and
It
Lapras.
seems my sister has also forged a bond.
That takes you back, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Aww.
Though I am a machine, I understand what it means for people's hearts to come together. I would definitely like for my sister to learn that as well.
The battle that took place 3 years ago marked a major turning point not just in my life, but for Aigis and the others that fought alongside me as well. Lapras has just reached the same turning point. Watching this unfold for someone else feels nostalgic and heartwarming at the same time. Mitsuru, however, is standing unmoved. She furrows her brow and is sporting a look I know all too well. Jeez. What's troubling her now, of all times? I just notice the serious look on Mitsuru's face and speaks to her in a hushed tone.
Thinking of sealing my sister away again?
Don't tell me you're going ahead with that. I know you're in a delicate position, but I have serious issues with this.
No, you misunderstand. I realize full well the situation here. That's not what I was thinking about. What's bothering me is that the true culprit in this case never did show their face.
What? Didn't Lapras say she escaped here on her own?
That's what I thought most likely at the time, but that scenario doesn't match what we've learned since then. How did Lapras learn about this world? Why did she call in these other persona users?
You had some basic investigation done on Inaba, right? If she regained her consciousness a while ago, it's possible she infiltrated your network and found out about that stuff.
That's not my only doubt. Labras's ability to cloud others' senses can only go as far as creating hallucinations. That's inconsistent with the ability to control people so thoroughly as to make them risk their lives in a hijacking. There's too much that doesn't add up.
That does seem suspicious.
Mitsuru's right. There are too many unexplained circumstances here. But why stand around worrying about it? All the answers we need are a few simple questions away. I'll call out to Lapras.
How did you escape all the way here?
Huh? I was inside a chamber and...
Lapras tries to continue, but her body immediately goes completely rigid. That's not good. Lapras looks like she's standing completely devoid of thought, but I know better. I shout out a warning to everyone in the area. Lapras immediately reaches for the large axe on her back and branches out.
What a pain.
How to protect Chia and the other civilians. I immediately take a step forward to engage the still expressionless Lapras. This is a different situation than our earlier battle. Since Lapras can now use her persona, this is going to be a much more difficult fight. If we joined forces to attack her, this would be a simple matter. However, Lapras' body has already taken a lot of damage from all the battles she's been in. There's no way of knowing if she survived a combined assault from us. Doubt and hesitation swirl around my mind and cloud my thoughts. I must take a decision and follow it with no regrets. That's when Mitsuru's sharp voice pierced the air.
Akihiko, buy me some time.
Looks like she has some kind of plan up her sleeve. Then my course of action has been decided. I tightly ball my hand into a fist and extend it towards my opponent. I reiterate my vow.
I will protect you no matter what.
Let's do this.
Final. Push.
God damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Ah, come in a corner. Well, anyways, we can try that again. So I was trying to do like that parry. So satisfying to do a parry.
Final. Push.
Gotcha.
There we go. See? There we go. Pure concentration.
Looks like I managed to keep her intact.
But this time is different though. But she still seems to be under the control of someone else. Do we have to strike down the one controlling her? But where could they be controlling Lapras from? Just like prepare to check the surrounding area for any outside presence, a voice echoes from somewhere.
You resorted to your fists in the end after all. That's why people say your strength is fake.
It's a familiar voice that I can't quite place. Darkness manifests from out of nowhere, and coalesces into the form of a person.
What is that?
It's another Akihiko-san?
Whoa! Is that Akihiko-san's shadow?
First time seeing Akihiko's shadow. Darkness dissipates, and what was left standing there was me. Just like Labra's shadow from before, he looks exactly like me. The only difference is in the eyes. While the others are stirring, he coldly declares.
You go on and on about resolve and whatnot. What have you been doing these past few years? Just training yourself to fight better, that's all. You haven't grown at all as a person. You're still running from your fear of losing people, just like before. So you are watching us. Looks like the mastermind of this thing has a lot of time to kill.
Huh? Mastermind?
He's taken aback by my taunt, but continues on.
Talking about? I came from the sea of your soul. Enough. You think you rattle me with that tired old theme?
The shadow, no, the mastermind, arrogantly tries to rile me up, but his taunts are powerless against me. I'm not taking the bait. No anger, not even surprise, there's nothing rising within me. My heart was completely placid.
You won't admit it. Then rise again, my puppet. Dance until you shatter.
The enemy orders Lapras to stand. As if a puppet on strings, Lapras responds to the Shadow's command.
Looks like you've shown your stripes already. That power proves you're not my shadow. So what? You still have no choice but to suffer. Unless you destroy this thing, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
I glance over at Mitsuru. She gives me a slight nod and I laugh.
Sad to say, but this show is over.
What?
It means we won't fall for the same trick again. Yamagishi, now!
Just as Mitsuru's voice sounds, the ominous presence lurking within Labrys was repelled. Turns out the person who Mitsuru contacted before entering the TV world was Fuka. Yay, we see Fuka! I see, her persona abilities could disrupt the control on Labrys without her leaving to enter this world.
Are you all okay? Fuka-san?
Fuka Yamagishi. She's a friend of ours who helped us greatly in the battle 3 years ago. She has an analytic persona. She herself is a whiz at digging up useful information. The Yasagami High students don't know anything about Fuka and are looking around in surprise.
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she? This feeling. What the? That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
This one has like more condensed like story that didn't happen for you.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
That's not your shadow, Akihiko-senpai. It's just a fake mimicking your appearance.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Labrys and threw her into a TV. You were after persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labrys' memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers.
Why did you go after these students? What are you up to? Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness. Old wounds that you thought you had overcome opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas. This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
Why would you do such a thing?
All those loose ends are finally getting tied up. I clear the enemy as he smugly reveals his grand scheme.
That's enough.
His grand scheme.
I see now that there's no room for any more excuses.
I'll pull out my evoker. I can perform a summoning without this now, but I still couldn't just let it go. It serves as a constant reminder of those days fighting as a part of seas. It's so I don't forget the joy, the sorrow, and the losses from those days. I point the muzzle to my head, just like I used to. The feeling of cold metal, the easy trigger pull.
You said before that I couldn't cast aside my fears.
Back then, I felt like I didn't care if I lived or if I died. I just wanted all the power I could manage. Whether my disregard of my own life was because I secretly wanted someone to punish me, or because I wanted someone stronger than I to forgive me and allow me to live. In either case, my resolution is no longer the same.
I'll tell you something. People who have no fears end up dying early or throwing their lives away. My determination coexists with my fears. I know that death and loss are always close by.
I squeezed the trigger of my evoker, a nostalgic sensation. I was just a kid 3 years ago, when I laid my life on the line. Now, though, I can't allow myself to die. My heart, I know that I cannot lose this fight. I've accumulated all this power to protect others. I am risking my life in order to stay alive and to keep my friends safe. That is my current determination.
You still say you're my shadow?
A shadow is just another form of one's persona, then.
My determination would never leave my side.
Alright.
Let's go with that in. Akihiko versus Akihiko? Question mark.
Final. Fight.
we just did both the counter. There. Oh, we wanted to do something impressive, but no, that did not happen.
No wonder you managed to drive back a god once. I didn't think you'd resist this fiercely.
So he knows about that. I thought that I'd done some serious damage to that thing, but it seems he has no intention of giving up his ridiculous charade. He nonchalantly carries on while still wearing my face.
This is fine with me. Good enough for my purposes. I've confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
Good enough, my ass.
Who do you think you are? You're really pissing me off!
The mastermind contorts my face into an eerie smirk and
I
chuckles.
doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance. But sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game. I will see you in another guise next time. Just wait until then. Wait!
There's no way I'm letting you get away. I immediately close the gap between myself and him, but with a final smirk he disappears. All that remains is his laughter.
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
Back to square one again.
Bullshit! Don't you ever come back again!
Still, what was it planning on using our persona powers for?
It hasn't given up, right? We'll see it again.
Indeed, based on what it said, I have every reason to assume that it'll return. Enemy's objectives are still mostly unclear, and we don't even know who he is. We do have a lead, though. I look towards Mitsuru and Aigis. Though I can't say this in front of the students, the fact that the mastermind knew about Labrys is a big clue. We're most likely dealing with someone related to Kirijo.
Don't worry about it. We'll handle things from here.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
Of course. You should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
I'll just leave the rest of the explanation to Mitsuru. She's much better at saying the right things in these situations. In the meantime, I clear out the empty space where the enemy was.
Will go on, huh?
Back in the limousine. After all the members of the Shadow Operatives safely returned from the inside the TV, we decided to spend a day in about doing following up stuff and leave quietly the next day.
I'm glad things went well. Oh, but first, it's good to see you again. This is becoming a real reunion.
Fuka, you changed a lot. As Fuka looks behind her to the back seat, Mitsuru and Aigis smile at each other. Even for those of us who fought the battle 3 years ago, journeyed into a world inside a TV to retrieve a robot still sounds absurd. Still, we managed to accomplish our mission. We retrieved Labrys and we kept the incident as contained as possible. However, our plan to leave quietly like a
covert ops and unit should, was foiled by that group of students.
They were certainly a lively bunch to the very end.
Mitsuru seems to have thought that the lapse in security wasn't enough to stain the overall success of the mission, and smiles. I recall the smiling faces of those students as they came by to see us off from Inaba. Didn't think they'd all show up. They turned the quiet departure we planned into a big scene. Labras, who Mitsuru opted not to reseal, is still gazing out the rear window I'm waving to.
Do you regret parting with them?
A little. But it's only a matter of time. I promised Chie and the rest that I'd definitely come back.
I wanted to see the Inaba group and say goodbye to them in person. Labras was the one who insisted on a formal goodbye. Not only that, she herself decided to leave them for a while and join the Shadow Operatives. Even it was unlikely that she could go to school with them. There may have been some way for her to see her new friends more often, instead of joining up with our secret group. That wasn't what Lapis wanted. There are things I must do in order to pursue the mastermind that dragged all of us into this incident. If I stay with the Shadow Operatives, I can accomplish those things. Those were her words. She has formed bonds, but rather than depending on them, she pushed forward. This must be why she's able to overcome a past filled with more grief than any ordinary person. Her resolve is amazing. And Labras isn't the only one who gained a new determination in their lands either. In order to speak of my own resolve, I strained myself and faced Mitsuru.
Mitsuru, may I talk to you?
What is it? It's unlike you to be so formal.
This won't be any time soon, but I'm thinking of leaving the Shadow Operatives eventually.
What? Huh?
Fuka doesn't seem as hard hit as the other members, but even she's looking at me with confusion in her eyes. This was exactly something that I've been thinking about from the very beginning. These feelings have been smoldering inside me ever since I received my first mission. I have been finally found an avenue to direct those feelings. Mitsuru seems to realize that this is something I've given a lot of thought to, and responds in a business-like manner.
May I ask why?
There's something I want to do now. I can't do it while I'm part of an unofficial group like this.
People who fear random acts of violence and crime. People down on their luck who have no one they can turn to. I want to be someone they can rely on. There is one great power that protected me when I was faced with senseless acts of violence in the past. One that caused me great loss. It was an ordinary police officer. Right now, I'm forced to turn a blind eye to the plights of some people. As long as I have to carry out my obligations as a member of the Shadow Operatives, I won't be able to help them. I'm going to have to forego protecting some of the smaller things in order to deal with the larger missions. This case helped me realize that I don't want to give up on those smaller things. I want to protect them.
I see. I think you would be well suited to it, Akihiko-san.
Becoming a police officer to protect one city would be great too. I'm not against working my way up through official channels to become a force for security. But greater power is required to protect a larger area. And that power can't just come from my fist. There are greater intangible powers in society as well. It wouldn't be a bad idea to work my way into the upper echelon as a government official either. And again, I don't know if I'm cut out for all that bureaucratic stuff. There we go. Mitsuru had been quietly taking in all my musings until she interrupted my train of thought with some surprising words.
All the things you were going to say, that's it?
What do you mean that's it? Even I know it's pretty ordinary, but...
Whether you man a police box or become a career officer, you should do it. And if you do, then I'll consider your circumstances, to an extent, whenever I need you.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
For a moment I couldn't understand what Mitsuru meant.
Wait, are you planning on making me belong to 2 departments at once? Wouldn't use the Kirijo name for that, would you?
Bite your tongue? I won't do anything. But even if I don't, it'll happen on its own. You underestimate the organization's need for you. Leaving that aside, if you're going to wish to become something like that, then there's something you need to do first.
You're right. I need to train more and...
No, I meant going back to college.
Mitsuru certainly adds, you should follow Yamagishi's example. That reminds me, I took a leave of absence from college to go on my own journey. I didn't have a problem with my classes while I was still attending. But what about now?
Do not worry, Akihiko-san. I will calculate the units and time necessary for graduating and plan the most effective curriculum for you.
I'll be counting on you, I guess. I've been thinking this for a while now, but Akihiko seems to need someone to manage him.
I'm honored.
Another trial for me to face.
Someone's in trouble.
Labrys interjects with a joke at my expense and starts laughing. I guess Mitsuru and even Fuka warmly smile back at Labrys. For a robot, Labrys sure has great timing and great smile. I give up and heave a deep sigh before leaning back into my seat. Labrys quickly form a new bonds in Inaba, and she will surely continue to form new bonds while she works within the Shadow Operatives. One's heart changes through her encounters with others. It's always the same whether your heart is covered with muscle or metal. Even if the culprit behind this incident were to appear again, he'd be no match for my new determination. The weather is great today. The day's cloudless sky is a perfect metaphor for my new resolve. Thinking about how fitting the situation is makes me laugh to myself. After all this traveling, I finally feel like I've taken a step forward. Nice one, Akihiko. That was nice. Ooh, we have now unlocked Elizabeth. And it seems that we're not done with Akihiko by the looks of it. So now we have the final one, Elizabeth. I can't wait, actually. This one's like literally my best favorite, but it does because it talks a whole lot of Persona 3 story. Because normally, in a sense, with the other, like, you know, in this particular case, the Aigas, Mitsuru, and Akihiko, the three talk about later stuff. So the fact that obviously Elizabeth here doesn't really talk much about what she has been. It talks about what she has been doing, but it mainly connects to Persona 3, and this is why I stick with Elizabeth's part here than mainly the rest, because the rest of them just talks about, you know, what they've been doing. Like Mitsuru, she continue on with, you know, with her, you know, Kirijo name, or she, you know, doing better, and even make a I guess a department for shadow related stuff. Akihiko kind of pursues, you know, become better, and obviously in the end will become a police officer. I guess she works with obviously with Mitsuru and Fuka, so they kind of like go on and on. And obviously then later, once we go with the main story, we actually get to see the rest of the Persona 3 cast during the whole story. So, and even they kind of talk what they've been doing through the whole time. But Elizabeth is actually the only one that actually kind of talks after the events of Persona 3 and talks about, you know, the situation of what's going on. I don't remember if the main story does talk about that kind of stuff, but that's something in itself we're gonna have to discover later down the line in the playthrough. So I'm gonna end off the episode right there. We're definitely gonna be covering up, obviously, I guess at this particular point I'm gonna go with Teddy. I'm gonna leave Elizabeth last. I'm excited to go through her, but now that she appeared, I think it would be best suited for her to be last. And obviously next episode we're gonna be covering through Teddy, which let's see how we're gonna go through this goofball. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.